A teen from New Sweden has now been missing for 104 days.
Stephanie Dameron went missing at the end of September and was last seen walking into the woods near her home in New Sweden. In December, the FBI announced a $15,000 reward for information leading to Dameron's safe return, or information that leads to the arrest and prosecution of anyone involved in her disappearance.
Today, the Maine Department of Public Safety confirmed that more than a dozen tips have come in since the reward was announced. The department also stated detectives are still following up on leads in this case.